Shogun Vega, how's it going?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going excellent, man. So I saw you're gonna book you booked the Metafy, man. You found me. I want to know how you found me first and foremost.
I've known about you for a minute. Since the Smash 4 days.
Okay. Oh, since the Smash 4 days when I was a Ness degenerate and a Fox
A Ness degenerate.
Yeah, it's all good.
I was seeing you a lot on Nairo streams, and I was like, this dude cool as fuck.
I appreciate that, man. It's just goon antics. That's what we got to do all the time, man. You got to keep it interesting.
Yes, sir.
But let's get down into the nitty gritty because you booked the Metafy. I want to say I appreciate that, but I see that you're having some difficulty in tournament. Essentially, you want to learn how to be mentally prepared before tournament, and you want questions on mindset stuff. So I give the floor to you. You can tell me your problems or anything like that, and I can try to answer them to the best of my ability.
So I went to a tournament on Saturday. I got 9th out of 50 people, which is pretty decent. But I didn't feel good about my run at all because my mental was completely shot. Whenever and it's been like this for a while. Whenever I like enter a tournament, I can play well in losers. Like, it feels like when I have to go on a losers run, like, it feels like I can warm up properly. But when I play in winners, especially like when you get the first round and then right after that you get someone that's really, really good, I feel like I can't play my best. It's very hard for me to like be like mentally and like physically prepared for a winners, and it's not well for me because like then I get sitting down to losers, then I actually start playing well, but then, you know, it gives me less room to adapt and things because I'm in losers, and if I lose, I'm out the tournament.
So, if I'm hearing this correctly, when you're in the winner's bracket, you feel like it's hard to play your best, and as a result, you get sent to losers, where it's pretty much already too late, even though you're playing better.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's interesting. I had the reverse situation of your problem. I had the reverse. I'm like, when I'm in winners, I'm cooking. When I'm in losers, oh my god, I just get downgraded. But
that's tough.
Yeah, it's okay. It's actually something that happens a lot less now. A lot less. I have way more control over it. But yeah, it was definitely a problem for me. So let's think about this, right? When you're going into a bracket, you essentially, your life is on the line. Your bracket life is on the line. When you're playing through the winner's bracket, you are making your life easier each round you go up. Because when you get to losers, if you do go to losers, you'll be at a higher point of losers bracket. You have to play less matches, etc. Like, if you just went 0-1, you lost immediately, you got a long-ass bracket to play. A lot of matches, a lot of stress. So in winner's bracket, your main focus should be, of course, to play your best, because this is where you're fighting the best players, period. But the matches are going to get a lot harder because, shit, if you keep winning and you're on fire, that means someone else is fucking people up too, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, I feel like what this might be a result of is you understand the stakes that are on the line, but you might not have the confidence to go toe-to-toe with the better players, or when the bracket gets harder, you feel a lot more stressed out because you know the chances of you losing are that much greater. Whereas when you get to the losers bracket, I'm already in losers. I'm one match away from losing and just being out of the tournament. So honestly, I feel less pressure, which is kind of weird because there should be more pressure in that situation. But some people do feel more comfort in being in losers because they're like, I'm just going to play and whatever happens, happens. Do you ever feel that way?
Yeah, when I'm in winners and I have to play against someone that's, let's just say like PR in my state or just really good in general, it feels like it feels so much more work than like when I play losers.
Yeah.
Like when I play in losers, the ramp up of difficulty is a lot slower, so I can more. But when I'm when I'm in winners, it's like, okay, the first person you play might not be that good, but then immediately after that, I need to like make an upset, and it feels a lot harder.
Okay, I see that. I see that. I think the thrill of being in a position to make an upset, right? So let's talk about your resume a little bit. What have you done anything? I don't know what region you're from. Have you done anything notable in your region at all?
I did a while ago.
What's a while ago?
End of Smash 4.
Yo, fuck
I
it,
only
man.
recently
Something is
started
something. Some people are still playing to this day and they haven't popped off yet, man. Got to be proud of what you did, even if it's minuscule or a while ago.
That's true. I made a really big upset in 4 in my region, and then nowadays whenever I play, I go on those really big loser runs like you were talking about. Like this last tournament I went to, until I met the person that eliminated me in winners, I went 5-1 and won like 4 sets in a row. I normally do that.
That's fire, though. That's fire, bro. Some people don't have the mental stamina to even do that, like, at all. They just burn out immediately. The only thing that's more hype than going on a long losers run is going on a long winners run, my guy.
That's true.
Straight up. So, honestly, to me, it sounds more like a confident issue, like confident and stress management issue. Whereas when you're in the winners bracket, it's almost like when you get to that harder difficulty, it's like your brain kind of finds ways to accept losing in that situation and it being okay because it's the harder part of the bracket, whatever, blah blah blah. But no, you can't do that because you're making your life ultimately harder, and it's almost like you tone down your skill once you get to that point. And when you get to the losers bracket, you feel like you're in an area of people you should be beating, so you tone your skill back up to the appropriate level and your confidence level back to the appropriate level where you can actually just deal with those people, get through it, it's fine. What we need to do is we got to keep that same attitude from beginning to end of the bracket, straight up. When you fight the hard people, in my opinion, when the difficulty gets harder, that's when everything matters the most. That's when your breakout happens. You could literally have the tournament of your life, and that one tournament that you had where you broke out and you beat a lot of those guys that were hard and you got deep into the bracket, you can take that confidence going forward and be able to apply that to the next event or any other event you go to. Because, again, not a lot of people get to that point. It's just straight up, they don't. So for you to even be able to do it once should tell you that you're capable of doing it again if you ever needed to see physical proof of it.
Yeah.
But it's easier said than done.
Exactly what it is.
It's easier said than done, though. The mental aspect of competing in anything, not just Smash, is a bitch. And it's the most undervalued thing because people can't see it. They can't see progression all the time. A lot of the times, I feel like people focus more on the negative than what they're actually getting better at. Oh, I got fucked up at this tournament. My life's over. But, yo, dude, you just did this well, like, the week before. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna have to put myself on blast. I played in a tournament. When was it? I played in the I think it was the last chance qualifier for Summit, I think, or something like that. No, Summit or Smash Bros. 4. No, a Summit. It had to be Summit. Anyway, I played in that. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I think I went 2-3. And it was like it was a hard local, but it is still a local. Yeah. Bro, I haven't done that bad. Bro, I 3-stocked the guy and then I lost to him. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So I was at my all-time lowest. This was literally like late last year. I was at my all-time lowest. I'm like, yo, I'm ass now. Blah blah blah. Everything I did is out the window. Fuck. I don't want to go to my next tournament because I'm probably gonna get fucked up again. And then I went to main stage, which was like the hardest tournament since we all got locked indoors, and I got 17. You know, a couple games away from top 8. So shit happens, bro. Shit happens. You're gonna have the good tournaments. You're gonna have the bad tournaments. But at the end of the day, the thing that speaks volumes the most is that you keep trying over and over. And in your case, when you get in these winners bracket situations and you feel like the stakes are getting higher and the harder opponents are coming, respect them. Respect those people, but there are also obstacles at the end of the day that are there for you to overcome. Who's to say their bracket life is more valuable than yours? You guys are both fighting for the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
So you already know. So just keep trying your best. I actually, I added someone to the call because he doesn't play competitively anymore. But when he was first coming up, I helped him pretty much learn the game. So if you want to hear like your problem from the aspect of someone who also had to more recent times overcome a lot of stuff similar, then I think his input would be good if you want to hear him out.
Oh, definitely.
What up, Angelo? Acid. I don't know if you remember him. He's the MDA. Well, he's from Delaware, but he played as Xanadu's. He named Captain Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Mentality is probably, for me, it's not really the hardest aspect of the game because the way I play is just like, no matter what, I'm playing to get better. I'm not really super worried about wins or losses and stuff. And the way that I think about it, and the way that I've always thought about it, like I think the biggest example I'd use, besides, I have like two examples. One, like obviously Tyrell taught me how to play, and I was already like top 80 in Xanadu's my first tournament. I think I got like 7th or something like that when Smash 4 first came out, and that was my first tournament. But I think one of the biggest examples was when I literally had to fucking play Tyrell at Smash the Record 2015. We were both in winners top 8, and you know, we were best friends. Like, yeah, even though I love him, at that point he's my opponent. I have no respect for him. I just have to play to win, and I don't care who my opponent is, because no matter if I'm low seeded or not, or any shit like that, I'm still gonna have to play the best players in the tournament anyway, regardless. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter to me if I have to play him early, if I have to play him late. I'm there to beat everybody, regardless of how good or bad they are, and I don't treat anybody differently, whether they're like, you know, a young person just learning, or like, I never played MKLeo, but you know, MKLeo, like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play them the same no matter what. And I feel like if you, like he was saying, if you like deter yourself and like think, or like feel like you can't play your best, you have to like intrinsically look at that and be like, what's the reason for this? You know what I mean? Because there's something that there's no point in holding yourself back when you're gonna play all those players regardless. Because like, okay, you lose to this guy in winners, you're gonna eventually reach that guy in losers if they're playing well, right?
I was just about to say that too.
So why not beat them there, and then if you happen to go down to losers later, beat them again, right? Because it's kind of already on your mental if they beat you once, like, damn, all right, this guy beat me, kind of has me downloaded, and then you get to losers, and then if you have to play him again, it's like, shit, well, this guy already beat me, right? Like, another example is when I had to play Fatality at Tipped Off something. Like, I was annoyed because when I got into top 16, the way the seeding was, they remade bracket for top 16, and I knew they would put me against Fatality because everyone wanted to see the Falcon Mirror or some shit, and I was so annoyed. Mm-hmm. But like Tyrell told me, he's like, just fuck him up, dude. And we played and I beat him there, but it's just like, I knew it was gonna happen, but regardless, no matter what, I had to play every player that was gonna be there anyway, right? I had to either play ESAM, I had to play Zero, I had to play fucking MVD, whoever was in top 16, I'd have to play. I ended up playing, I think, him, and I lost to like Vinny and Scat, I believe, and I got like 7th or something like that. But like, to be honest, if you have the skill, that's already like a good fundamental, right? Like, you have the ability to get there and beat people. Like, mentality is probably going to be the biggest thing holding you back, but like, you should just know that at the end of the day, you're your best bet no matter what, right? Like, everyone can tell you all these things, but you have to be able to want it, and you have to understand, okay, my winner's life is just as important as my loser's life, and it gives me more chances to play in this tournament, because like the reverse happens as well, right? If you beat someone in winners and then they're fucking up losers, and then you have to play them in losers, they're probably already thinking about how you beat them in winners and what they can do, etc. Like you were saying. But
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, all that's true. All of that makes sense. I think part of the reason I've been having this issue is that it's like you were saying, you weren't fixated on wins. You were just fixated on trying to get better and doing the best you could. I've been very fixated on wins as of recently, and I think it's making my mental worse because I'm not looking at what I need to do to get better, or not even in a positive mindset to like sit back and look at those things. Like at my last tournament, I was so fixated, like when I get in winners, I'm so fixated on trying to like make the upset and telling myself it's going to be hard and that I have to like get through it, that eventually when I do get Eland, my mental for like playing against that like specific player is kind of shot. It happened at the last tournament I went to, that's why he double eliminated me.
You know, there's something... No, keep going.
And I think it's because I'm being so... Because before, I wasn't fixated on these wins, but since I've made it my goal to, like, beat these people, I'm not taking... It's, like, altered the way I'm thinking about the game and my performances. And I think that's probably the main reason as to why I'm having these issues.
Okay, I have an idea, because I know exactly what he's talking about. So, like, when I started getting good, like, really, really well done as Zeta dude, like... If I had lost to someone, it was all of a sudden an upset, and that was annoying to me, right? Because I was like, this never used to be an upset before, blah, blah, and stuff like that, and I was thinking that. But then at the end of the day, I was just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I was like, it really doesn't matter, because if whoever I lose to, or whoever I beat, it doesn't matter to me. I need to get better. And when I was thinking that, right, because just like in other games, like League of Legends, Halo, whatever, right, if you just work on getting better, no matter what, the wins are going to come, right? Regardless of, like, because if you're just focused on winning, you start to think about the other stuff. What are these people going to think if I get upset? What are these people going to think if I lose? What if I lose to a player that goes 0-2, right? What if I lose to, what if I lose to a player that's, like, super toxic? Like, it doesn't matter to that, because, like, people have good and bad days no matter what. You can lose to anyone, and you can beat anyone almost, like, any time of the day, right? And it can just happen. Like, there was a tournament where I went 0-2 and it was customs and I was upset. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, I mean, it's custom, so I can't really be too upset. But, like, obviously, I don't want to go 0-2. But at the end of the day, you're going to end up beating those people if you just persevere and just think about learning to get better. Like, just aiming to do well and improve yourself instead of just focusing on the wins. Because you probably felt it, right? You probably, like, when you were first getting good and beating these people and getting better, you probably weren't thinking, dang, I wonder what people think if I lose, or I shouldn't be losing to X person, right? You were just like, all right, I need to know what I gotta do, I gotta play my best, etc. But as soon as you start putting this in your head where you have to win and winning is the only thing that's important, it's going to start, like, beating at your mental way more than just, I need to play this game to get better and have fun. And I'm not saying winning is a bad thing and you shouldn't play to not win, but I'm saying it can't be the only thing that you're looking at when seeing how you play games and, like, in Smash. Because in tournaments, people do this shit all the time, and I hate when top players do this shit. Like, I understand being emotional, and that's okay. But, like, after every tournament, a top player going, I'm trash at this game, etc., or blah, 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 when they, like, beat a whole bunch of other people and top 8'd or got, like, 5th or something, and they think they're terrible. Like, I don't get it, because they did well. But, like, to them, they didn't do well. But, like, it's annoying when they do it every tournament, and they get very, like, upset every tournament. Like, I'm not there to, obviously, police what they say, but, like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me when they can't just be happy for how they played, because at that point, they also don't, like, respect their opponent in a sense, right? Because they're like, damn, I played like shit, I need to do better next tournament. It's never, damn, my opponent played really well, and I just need to do better next time.
And the reason for that is because ego. So, when you get to a certain point and you get good, hearing people's praise is an amazing feeling, but that also comes with the double-edged sword of when you do bad, people start to think you're washed, you're bad, etc., you're falling off, and nobody wants to hear that shit, but you're gonna have to hear that shit, because any professional athlete, whether it be esports or traditional, that is what comes with the territory. That's simply how it is. So, by criticizing yourself or being down on yourself like that, essentially, you're almost trying to soften the blow of what the public is going to think, or you're trying to get pity from the public in a sense where some people do this, by the way, where they try to get pity from the public because they don't want to be harshly criticized for their performance. And, like, honestly, At the end of the day, yo, the only opinion that should matter about your skill is your own. Seeking acceptance from others because of how good you are is just like, at the end of the day, it's artificial. It's never going to be that fulfilling, because do you just want to be respected because you're a good player, because you're good at the game, because you're able to get these wins? Or do you want people to respect you for you? Now, not everybody is going to have the ability or the opportunity to get to know you for you, but when you equate everything to how well you're doing in tournament, then relationships and the way people see you and the way you see yourself become inflated simply by a result, a number. And that makes competing fucking suck. And I can tell you this from firsthand, because when I was having a slump in my Smash 4 days, it was a major slump. Like, I was getting fucked up. And when people would say things about me, it would hurt me. Like, it would hurt badly, to the point where I've thought about quitting numerous times. I avoided going to tournaments. And it's because I let people have that power over me that I was feeling those things. Until one day, like, I was younger, so then I like matured. And I thought about it. I took a step back. I thought about it. I was like, okay, can these people in Twitch chat beat me? The answer is no. Great. Have they acquired any of the wins or results I have throughout my career? The answer was no. So, NAKAT, why the fuck do you care about what they're saying because you're not performing well currently, right? It's just straight up. And then when I took a step back and I saw it that way, I was like, you know what? None of this matters. I just have to keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And instead of just focusing on, oh my god, I have to desperately get this win, I was like, you know what? Let me actually just improve my base level skill so that these wins come naturally. I can't just force these things. If I focus too much on wanting to win, then my ultimate fear becomes losing. And if I'm trying too hard to not lose, then I'm not ever going to play the best that I possibly can, straight up. So, again, the mental aspect of these things, it's a struggle, as you can see. However, there's layers to these things. And I think at your level, you still don't really have anything to prove. I feel like you're in the golden part of your career. You haven't been PGR'd, you haven't top 8 at a major, top 16 to major, anything like that. You're still on the come up. This is the most fun time. I promise you, the stressful time becomes when you actually get really good and things are on the line and you have to deal with stupid people more and like dumb shit. That's when it becomes a little bit unfun. I won't say it's the worst thing in the world, because there are rewarding things to being good. You're good. You're good at the game you want to be good at. You're succeeding. You're getting wins. You can beat these good players. It feels great. But there are things that come with it. So, in my opinion, I feel like you shouldn't you shouldn't be too hard on yourself on your climb up, right? I think at this point in time, you should be accepting of being able to lose to people, but you also need to have the self-respect for yourself to know that you're capable of actually doing this. And even if you aren't doing it, the next tournament you play, you still have other chances to prove yourself and to get better so you can actually accomplish it.
Okay, so this is crazy, and this might sound dumb, but Tyrell's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll understand this in the future too. And you might even understand it now with the way that you're playing. Playing not to lose is completely different from playing to win.
That's very true.
Absolutely.
And I feel like since you care about winning so much right now, you're playing not to lose. When before you were playing literally to win.
Larry told me this. Yeah, funny enough, I think it was at the tournament I beat him at too. He told me, because I told him about my slump. I didn't really want to talk to anybody about it. The only person I would really talk to about it is Void, because we're best friends and we live together. And maybe like my other homies like Angelo or anybody else on the call. But you know, I was feeling really down about everything, you know, like, damn, what if I am washed? What if I do suck? What if I can never do this? Blah, blah, blah. And then I remember I just pulled Larry to the side at a tournament. I was like, dude, this is what's going on. This is how I feel. And he straight up told me, that's where I got that from. He straight up told me, like, I'm playing to not lose, and that's why I'm not succeeding. When you get so afraid to lose, then playing to win becomes that much harder. You're literally putting a block in your brain that's just cutting off your ability to perform the way you usually can or you should be able to. And I was just like, man, this shit sucks. Like, I was feeling really bad about myself. It was hard. It was a very hard time. And nobody's really sensitive. Nobody's really sensitive to the struggles of a player, especially like PGR level or up. Because one, they probably can't understand it because they're not in that position. But in my opinion, I kind of don't sympathize with that way of thinking because it should be common sense to not really harp on people, especially if they're struggling. But because social media is so accessible and you can literally just message your favorite player immediately and there's a chance they will see it even if they don't respond, people will do it. People will say stupid shit. And the best thing you could possibly do is grow thick enough skin to deal with it. But again, in your situation, my friend, you ain't even there yet, bro. Enjoy the ride. Literally enjoy the ride. Enjoy the fact that you beating someone is probably still going to be an upset. And just climb from there. And treat winners with the utmost respect because, again, like Angelo said, whether it's losers or winners, you're going to get to a point where you fight hard opponents.
And I think the other thing that we haven't even mentioned is the more you go about the way that you're thinking about things now, the less fun you're going to have with the game and the more you're going to get burnt out and not want to play it anymore. Mm-hmm. And that's the last thing you want to happen, especially if you enjoy the game. Because thinking that way and thinking about wins or losses, that you're just going to start being like, well, why do I even want to go to this tournament? Because everyone either just wants me to lose or win anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like that shit sucks because when you really like a game and then it's just that holding you back, it becomes like, well, why am I even playing anymore at this point? Like Tyrell said, like back in the day, he used to give it to like everybody. Like he'd lose and then he'd immediately search his name on Twitter.
Yeah, it was really bad.
He's grown past that now,
really
and he
bad.
used to like just talk to every Twitter random and all that other shit. And I'm like, we sat down and talked to him. And they're like, bro, why does it matter? He's like, you know what? You guys are right.
At some point, you have to take a step back and really just observe everything that's going on. That's why I ask myself those key questions. Can this guy beat me? Does he have a better resume than me? Why do I care if he says I suck? And guess what? They do it to everybody. I've seen niggas say Leo sucks after he loses. It's just like, you gotta ignore the bots. Period. And the bots come in all shapes, forms, sizes, all levels, everything. So if I look back and see everything I accomplished, and that says, damn, yo, you're really good at this game. Guess what? I'm going through with the attitude like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm fucking good at this game, man. The fuck I got to prove? And so, even at your level, even if you don't have a resume, I want you to move in a way where you're humble and you realize that you're still in the learning process and you still have shit to prove, but I don't want you to talk down on yourself either. I want you to remain confident, but not grow egotistical, you know? Don't feel entitled to the success. Just chase the success, and when you get better, eventually, through continuing to grind and play, things will line up for you. And then you won't really have to worry about these trivial things anymore. But ultimately, getting back to the bracket issue at hand, you have to, in your mind, treat winners the same as losers, because ultimately losers is the worst situation to be in, and at the end of the day you're gonna fight those same players no matter what. You're never gonna escape them. So if you have the ability to get up to them in bracket, you have the ability to get past them too. And if you don't win, you have to keep trying until you figure it out.
Facts.
So yeah,
I think another big thing that we didn't touch on either is just like as you're growing it is just like side by side example, right? Like as you're growing a stream and stuff, you just notice like people coming in and like being positive, etc. And you notice all the positivity and shit, right? So like when you're getting better, you notice all the positivity. I'm doing this better, etc., etc. But like when you get to the point where you're at, you start to notice all the negative things as well, and then you start to like hyper focus on those negative things. I shouldn't be losing this player. I shouldn't have dropped that edge guard, etc. When you're no longer looking at the positive things you were once doing before. And you can't get too hard stuck in that mindset, right? Because like you said, you're like, man, I don't think I should be losing to this player, or I don't think this player should be losing to me. You can't like look at the negatives and as much as you do the positives as you were when you were coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it starts to magnify a lot more because you can see it. You can be like, oh, I know I'm messing this up. I know, etc. and stuff like that. But like you really can't just keep looking at the negatives, because that's where like I can kind of see where like the mental is going, and I just don't want you to go down that way. Because you seem to have a pretty strong head on your shoulders. You just need to understand that.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to build confidence for sure.
I believe in you, man.
Yeah.
Wait, what character do you play?
Okay, so hear me out. I play Sonic. Look. Oh man, look. It's not that bad, honestly. Would you believe me if I told you that I have never timed anyone out?
Nah, it's all right. Nah. I just have to get up to fix my. I just have to fix something, man. It's all good, yo. It's cool. It's cool, bro. You know, you play Sonic. Sonic is, at least you're not playing a fucking low tier, man. So that's the W we're gonna take from this.
True.
It might be Sonic, but you're not playing a bad character, so we ain't wasting time. So that's good. Great.
Yeah, I didn't say Dr. Mario or anything like that.
It's all good, bro. So what I'm gonna need you to do is get that camping game up. You need to play that character optimally, but that's beside the point. Play how you want. Play how you see fit. I'll be rooting for you, man. I want to see you succeed. You'll be the only Sonic I ever root for in my life.
I appreciate that, Heavy.
The only one. I ain't rooting for any more Sonics. If Angelo picks up Sonic tomorrow, I'm still not cheering for that nigga.
I told you, you didn't even cheer for me when I played Falcon. Shut up, bro.
Like, hell no, bro. So yeah. I hope this conversation has been helpful for you. Do you have any other questions?
I feel like I do, but they would like take a little while. I'm trying to. I think for now it's straight. I think I definitely need to get more of these in the future.
Yeah, go for it. Shit, what did I charge for this? Like 15? I think I charged like 15 for this. Yeah, like if you ever feel like you need more time, you can pick other options. Like the one-on-one option. Like even if you pick the one-on-one session of us playing, if you just want to talk, we can't just talk. It's okay. But whatever you might need, I got a bunch of options. I try to, well, not try. I'm gonna keep it a buck. My Metafy is pretty affordable compared to a lot of people on the platform. So
that is true.
Hey man, if it helped you, it helped you. Thank you for booking. I greatly appreciate it. And be sure to leave a testimonial. You'll get 10% off your next one.
Absolutely. I'll probably make one right after this.
All right, awesome. Yeah, and I'll be here.
Definitely. Are you I guess, are you open to like Discord questions and shit like that?
Well, just like random questions on Discord. Yeah, for sure. Like little minute questions. Yeah, I try to get to them to the best of my ability. I always offer that to people after lessons, but I don't reply the fastest, sadly. But yeah, when I can get to them, I usually do try to get to them as much as I can.
Well, any reply is better than no reply, so
I got you. What region are you from again?
I'm from Alabama.
What the fuck?
That's pretty random.
Yo, they got players?
Yeah,
they got a whole ass scene.
Yo, wait, really? Yo, I be forgetting Alabama's a state.
I know, right?
That's so deep.
Nah, we pretty good down here, NAKAT.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, Alabama has a scene. Damn, yo, what players y'all got? What kind of characters you got down there? Be honest.
So
be honest.
Our best character, or our best player was a Mario. He moved to Cali.
Okay.
So we have a Pyramithra. We have a Joker.
Okay,
we have
swag.
A Pichu.
Swag. All right.
We have a Falco.
Oh
we
shit.
Have a Min.
Oh no.
We have we have a Fox.
Okay,
we
hold
have
up.
a PT. We have a Crom. We got a Rob.
Oh.
We got a Luigi.
Oh no! All right, here we go.
there's a Bayo.
Oh.
Shoot. Who
You
else
were
is
saying
really
a lot
good?
of cool shit, man, but you hit the Min, the Rod, what was the other one, man? What was the other one? Luigi? Oh no.
Yeah, no. Luigi's we
I
have
was
like
about to
4
say,
Luigis.
man, I
It's
gotta
cringe.
come down, bro. I was about to fucking book a fight, maybe pop up to a local or something, but I gotta fight a Min, or Luigi and a Rob, man. Honestly, I think I might just stream.
I respect it. They're cool peeps, though. We do have a really good Mii brawler.
Oh my fucking god, that doesn't help, bro, man.
No, he's hype though.
He's hype. Okay.
Yeah, he got 33rd at World Tour, last chance.
Wait a minute, hold up. Maybe I saw him play then.
His name is Fizz Q.
Alright, hold up. So, alright, you got a me brawler that's actually doing work. That character's not bad, by the way. Don't let anybody fool you.
That character's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good character. It's like a Fox, a Mario Fox, niggas combined together, bro.
Yeah, that character's crazy.
But okay.
We also have a really good Dr. Mario for what that's worth.
And I don't actually think Dr. Mario's corny, so he's just not that great. But you know, he's not a corny character. I'm gonna camp him out though.
That's facts.
Yep. All that strength, nigga, you think I'm just gonna approach for free? Absolutely not. We running the clock.
Been camping him out for years. I didn't camp out everybody else.
All right, man. This has been fun. Thank you for booking, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll definitely will see you in the future.
Absolutely. Take it easy, dude.
You too.
Later.